7 Miraculous Signs Before Jesus' Birth. Today, we'll explore together 7 miraculous signs that appeared before Jesus was born. These signs were not just extraordinary phenomena, but carried profound meaning in God's plan for salvation. Together, we will delve into each story to gain a deeper understanding of God's intervention in human history. In this video, we will not only look at the events themselves, but also analyze the deeper theological and historical aspects behind each sign. Number 1. Prophecy of Isaiah. Over 700 years before Jesus was born, prophet Isaiah foretold the coming of a Savior born of a virgin. This famous prophecy is recorded in Isaiah 7:14. Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Emmanuel, meaning God with us. This prophecy was given during a time of crisis in the kingdom of Israel, when the nation was threatened by neighboring powers, and the people were losing faith in their leaders. Isaiah delivered this prophecy as a reassurance that God would not abandon his people, and that a Savior would come to rescue them. It's noteworthy that this prophecy was preserved and passed down through generations, becoming one of the most anticipated prophecies in Jewish tradition. The birth of Jesus was seen by many as the fulfillment of this prophecy, especially given that Mary, a virgin, gave birth to him in Bethlehem. Isaiah's prophecy not only predicted Jesus' birth, but also emphasized God's presence in human life. The name Emmanuel means God with us, highlighting that God's presence is not confined to sacred places, but is with us in our daily lives. This event has been examined by many scholars and theologians as a key step in God's plan to save humanity through Jesus. Number 2. The Star of Bethlehem. A mysterious star appeared in the night sky, leading wise men from the east to seek the newborn King of the Jews. This star is mentioned in Matthew 2 verse 1-2. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." Scientists and astronomers have proposed various theories about the Star of Bethlehem, including that it might have been a comet, planetary conjunction, or even a supernova. Each theory has its strengths and weaknesses, but all agree that it was an exceptional and rare astronomical event. The Star of Bethlehem is a powerful symbol of God's light shining into the world. It was not just a sign guiding the wise men, but also a symbol of the beginning of a new era, where God offers the light of salvation to all people, regardless of their background or social status. The star also demonstrates the connection between natural phenomena and sacred events as part of God's grand design. Number 3. The angel Gabriel appears to Mary. The angel Gabriel appeared to Mary, announcing that she would conceive Jesus, who would become the King of Israel. This event is detailed in Luke 1 verse 26-38. "Greetings, you who are highly favored. The Lord is with you. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you are to call him Jesus." In Jewish culture at the time, an angel appearing to a common young woman like Mary was extraordinary and unusual. This shows that God does not only choose the powerful or prestigious, but also the humble and faithful to carry out his will. This event highlights Mary's crucial role in God's plan of salvation. Her acceptance was an act of faith and obedience, opening the way for God to fulfill his promise of salvation through Jesus. Theologians have viewed this as a symbol of complete obedience and human cooperation with God in the work of redemption. Number 4. Joseph's dream. Joseph, Mary's betrothed, received a dream from an angel who confirmed that the child Mary was carrying was the Son of God. The angel instructed Joseph to take Mary home as his wife and care for her. This event is recorded in Matthew 1:18-25. In ancient Jewish society, dreams were often considered a means for God to communicate with people. Joseph's dream is a prime example of how God intervened in human life, guiding them through difficult decisions. Joseph's dream is a testament to obedience and trust in God. It also illustrates God's careful preparation for the birth of Jesus, as each person was given specific guidance to fulfill their role. Joseph was prepared to become the protector and earthly father of the Savior. Number 5. The angels appear to the shepherds. Shepherds tending their flocks in the fields were visited by angels who announced the birth of the Savior. They were guided to Bethlehem to see the newborn Jesus. Luke 2:8-20 describes, "An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, 'Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people.'" At that time, shepherds were often marginalized in society, yet they were the first to receive the good news of Jesus' birth. This reflects the nature and mission of Jesus, who came to save all people, especially those who were forgotten and looked down upon. The presence of angels with the shepherds symbolizes God's love and equality for all humanity. Jesus came not only to save the powerful, but also to care for and redeem the humble. This event also emphasizes that the good news of the Savior's birth is for everyone, regardless of social status. Number 6. The panic of King Herod. Upon hearing news of the birth of a new king, King Herod was filled with fear. He ordered the massacre of all male infants in the Bethlehem area in an attempt to eliminate Jesus. Matthew 2:16 records, "When Herod realized that he had been outwitted by the Magi, he was furious, and he gave orders to kill all the boys in Bethlehem and its vicinity who were 2 years old and under." Herod was a ruthless and unstable ruler, fearful that the arrival of a new Jewish king would threaten his throne. He was notorious for eliminating any perceived threats to his power, including killing his own son. Herod's reaction symbolizes the conflict between worldly power and God's plan of salvation. His actions demonstrate that no matter how strong earthly powers may be, they cannot thwart God's plan. God's protection of Jesus in this situation is evidence of the ultimate triumph of God over all opposing forces. Number 7. The flight to Egypt. After being warned by an angel, Joseph took Mary and Jesus and fled to Egypt to escape Herod's wrath. They remained in Egypt until Herod's death, as recorded in Matthew 2:13-15. The Holy Family's journey to Egypt was not just a protective measure for Jesus, but also mirrored the history of the Israelites, who also fled to Egypt during difficult times. This event connects with the long history of the people of Israel and God's promise of salvation. The flight to Egypt was part of God's plan, demonstrating his protection of the Savior. It also shows that from birth Jesus faced challenges and hardships, foreshadowing his future mission. This is a testament to the faithfulness and obedience of Joseph and Mary in following God's guidance. These miraculous signs were not just random events, but crucial pieces in God's plan for salvation. Each sign demonstrated that God carefully prepared for the birth of the Savior Jesus. All 7 signs are closely connected, along with other events in the Bible, showing the perfect link between the Old and New Testaments, between prophecy and fulfillment. This video has helped us gain a deeper understanding of how God guided and prepared for the coming of Jesus, and the significance of each sign in the history of salvation. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications for our next videos, where we will continue to explore the mysteries and wonders of the Bible. Wishing you a day filled with peace and blessing.